Hi everyone, welcome back to Senator Kelesi and you, and it is always exciting when I am doing these videos knowing that you're going to watch them and they're going to help you or help someone you know as you share them. So I only invite you to support me by subscribing to my channel and distributing these videos as much as you can. When you watch, please also leave a comment, and you can also send me a like or a heart so that I know how I am doing with this. And today I am going to be discussing the Verpflichtungserklärung, which is also called the Declaration of Commitment. And I am going to be looking at what is it about, who can be able to give this declaration of commitment, and what kind of documents does somebody who is resident here in Germany need to be able to give a commitment or a Verpflichtungserklärung to another person who wants to visit Germany or to come and live here. So there are different categories of people who can benefit from a Verpflichtungserklärung. It could be a family member who is visiting you here in Germany, or it could be a friend visiting, or maybe a student who is coming to study in Germany and does not have enough funds to prove that they can sustain themselves. And then the only thing they can hang on to is for somebody who is here and trust them. Of course, we know that trust is both ways, to be able to give this document, an official document, to prove that he is going to be taking care of the person financially while the person is here. So if you're planning on hosting somebody in Germany in 2026, I will ask that you take some time to watch this video and really understand. If you also have somebody in Germany that you hope and think the person could be able to help you by giving a declaration of commitment and has been doubting or does not know what to do, also share this video with the person, because after watching, the person will understand how the process actually functions. And like I already said, a Verpflichtungserklärung, or a declaration of commitment, is a formal document that is used in Germany for people from non-EU countries who want to get a visa to live in Germany, either a Schengen visa or a long-term visa, but cannot be able to prove that they have sufficient financial means to support themselves. That is where the declaration of commitment comes in. Now, you need to know that by signing this document, if you're here in Germany and you sign this document for somebody, what you are doing is that you are guaranteeing that the visitor who is coming, or the person who is coming in, is going to be taken care of by you financially. That is what you need to know. It's a guarantee, and it's a formal and official guarantee that you're going to take care of this person and all the associated costs around the person's life in Germany, which means that from the person's livelihood, subsistence, to medical care, and also to potential deportation if it comes to that, or if the need arises. That is what you should know, such that if you are going into this commitment, you actually know what you are doing. Now, the question is, who can be able, or who is qualified to give a Verpflichtungserklärung? We have to understand that you don't necessarily have to be a German to be able to give this commitment, but there are certain criteria that you must meet. Now, the first one is that you should have a permanent residence in Germany where you can be traced. So the authorities check to know, is this person actually living in Germany, and does he have an address where we can go to and be able to meet this person, where if there is something about the person who came visiting, the authorities can actually go and be able to fetch you. And you must be a German citizen. Listen to this very carefully. You must be a German citizen, or an EU citizen, or a third country citizen who is legally residing in Germany and has a valid residence permit. I will have to clarify here that if you already have a temporary resident permit, that is, if you have a fiction, if maybe your resident permit expired and they cannot renew it for one reason or the other, and it is still in the process, and they give you what is called here a Fiktionsbescheinigung, then you cannot be able to sign a declaration of commitment for somebody to visit you. Take this very clearly. The person signing this commitment needs to prove financial solvency. What does this mean? The person needs to prove that he is earning enough income that can be able to take care of himself or herself, take care of other members of his household if he has them, and also be able to adequately take care of the person who is coming in, the visitor coming in, or the person who is coming in to stay for a longer period. Take, for example, a student. That is what proof of financial solvency means. So they will need to check some documents from you. For you, who is giving this declaration of commitment, by the time you're going to the local foreigners registration office or to the citizens center, what you must have with you is a valid passport or an identity card to prove who you are. Now, we talked of financial solvency. How can you prove your financial solvency? The authorities will need that you bring your 3 months pay slip for them to check through and see if your income is adequate to be able to take care of another person. So your net income is checked to ensure that you are financially okay to be able to take care of another person. And you need to prove that you are renting a place. And this can be proven by your rental contract. Or you can also prove that you have a place to stay by providing a certificate which shows that you are a home owner. So if you have your own house, you can also submit this document to prove that you have a place to stay. Also, you have to take along a copy of the guest, that is the person who is coming in. You need to take along a copy of their passport, which shows clearly their names, their residence address in their home country, and every other detailed information that is needed of them. And of course, you are going to pay a fee of about 29 euros. Remember, when I was talking about proving your income, I talked about your 3 months pay slip. Somebody could ask me, what about somebody, an individual who is self-employed? Of course, for anybody who is self-employed, you can also prove your income by asking for a document from your tax advisor, and he is going to give an income certificate to you which you can use for this purpose. So people who are self-employed are not left out. They can still help somebody get a Verpflichtungserklärung. If you have submitted all these documents that I mentioned above, I will be ending here by pointing out to you that the liability associated with this process is so high. And so if you have to do it for anyone, it should be somebody you trust. And of course, there should be a real mutual understanding of how things should happen. So you people should agree very well, because once you sign that document, that is a legally binding contract. If the individual falls ill here in Germany and doesn't have insurance, or if they overstay their visa and they have to be deported, know that you are going to incur this cost. The authorities will deport the person, but then send the bills to you. If they are sick and they don't have insurance, you are going to pay out of your pocket. That is what you should know and consider very well before signing such a document. But also, I will let you know that insurance is like law in Germany, and nobody can come into Germany without having insurance. Then, as a last point, I will tell you, if you are thinking of coming to Germany, if you have already planned your visit, don't forget to get an incoming travel insurance. is going to save you a lot. Thank you very much for watching today's episode, and please subscribe to my channel to get more information about Germany, more information about opportunities here and how life goes here. The Senator is always here with updates for you. Thank you very much.